Welcome back guys to another AJWF. Today we're doing it a little bit different because I thought I've met plenty of wrestlers through the years, so let's go through a few of them and see who was good, who was bad, who was in between. Shall we do it?
Hey guys, it's Alexxis Falcon here and you are watching AJWF. Don't forget to like and subscribe to AJ's channel and switch on the notification bell. Thank you for watching and I will see you all soon.
Where do I start? There's been a few, and obviously I'm a women's wrestling figure collector. Women's wrestling got me back into wrestling in my older years, I guess you could say, so I'm kind of more biased towards that right now. I think the storylines were better back then. I think, like, remember when Bayley was in NXT? Absolutely fire. In fact, let's start there. When I met Bayley, absolute superstar. She was absolutely just brilliant. So warm, welcoming, huggy. Yeah, she was brilliant. You can't fault her one little bit. So you've got to give her a massive thumbs up because, yeah, obviously crowd favourite at the time. She was a face. Yeah, can't fault her one little bit. What I will do as well, if we go into the UK indie scenes, I've met so many. I feel very privileged to have met many that have gone on and done great things, like Nixon Newell, who was Tegan Knox in WWE NXT. Alexxis Falcon here with the red gear here. Alexxis Falcon, can't say enough kind words, honestly. One of the first wrestlers that I ever asked, I'm doing this little YouTube thing, would you mind doing an intro? Not even a question, didn't bat an eyelid, just yes, I'll do it for you, no problem. So much respect to Alexxis Falcon, and I hope she goes as far as she wants to go because I think she is an absolute brilliant wrestler. Met her at a few indie shows, maybe the first For the Love of Wrestling, and yeah, she was lovely. Can't ask for anything more than that. So yeah, massive thank you to Alexxis Falcon personally, and just for being an absolute great sport. So yeah, fair play. And she's the reason I'm going to Disneyland this year, and it's costing me a lot of money. So Alexxis Falcon, check out her vlog, by the way. She does a little channel, like a vlog kind of channel, I guess. She's been to Disneyland so many times. Obviously, two massive favourites of mine from the AEW are Tay Melo and Sammy Guevara. When I met them, you've probably seen it on my vlogs before. I cannot describe, honestly. Sammy Guevara went above and beyond whatever I could ask for. I made it onto his vlog as well. He filmed when Tay was showing the custom t-shirt I had made of Tay. So that was an absolute honour. Tay, she was an absolute sweetheart as well. She signed my autograph, she did the photo. Absolutely brilliant. Could not, both of them could not give you enough time. They were just brilliant, and you know, small things like just being nice helps, doesn't it? So yeah, big thumbs up for them too. Let's move on to the last, actually, For Love Wrestling this year. Finally got to meet Lizzy Evo. Wow, she's another one. Roll the clip. Yeah, for those couple of minutes, and I got to meet her because she was very busy. Lots of people wanted to meet her. She was lovely as well. It's all good news, isn't it? Can't fault her one bit. And yeah, I saw her wrestle, I think back in Coventry, maybe 5+ years ago. So she's grown up and she's going massive. She was in NXT UK. I'm sure AEW or WWE will snap her up eventually. Who else have we met? Let's go to the major pod. Matt Cardona and Brian Myers. When they were in England, when they were still with WWE. There's another vlog I got onto. I got onto the Major Pods vlog in the UK. Check that out if you haven't already. In fact, roll my footage, which is the other side to what you'll see on their vlog. It's kind of weird. I've got both versions, so yeah. Bit special, really. And obviously Matt Cardona, I'm a massive fan, but both of them, yeah, brilliant. Who else have we met? I'm just thinking who's in WWE now that wasn't at the time. Paige or Saraya. Yeah. Lovely. I think it was a store. I think it was Toys R Us she was visiting, and I got to meet her. But yeah, she was amazing. Like, yeah, so nice. I think I had about 50 photos with her, which is we'll go into that another day. Long story, but yeah, she was lovely, so welcoming. Candice LeRae, she's another one. Her and Johnny Gargano. I remember seeing them at an indie show in the UK. I actually asked Johnny Gargano for some change, and he didn't really understand British money at the time. So I was doing my best to say, I'm not ripping you off here, just give me 2 fivers for that tenner. It all adds up. But yeah, he was an absolute sport. And Candice LeRae, she was lovely. Really good. In fact, I think at the show, she may have wrestled Nixon Newell or Tegan Knox. So yeah, that was a clash for the future as well, wasn't it? Okay, who else we got? Oh, probably one of the best experiences were, in fact, put a picture on the screen now because it was Trish Stratus. I think it's probably one of, if not my favourite people I've ever met. She was so lovely. It was. Don't get me wrong, it was purely a photo and it didn't last long, but she was just so warm, welcoming. She's amazing. Like, if you get the chance to meet Trish Stratus, do it, because you will not be disappointed. Honestly, Trish Stratus, wrestling legend and one of the nicest people ever. Honestly, can't say enough good things about her. Just trying to think who else. It's all good at the moment, isn't it? To be honest with you, I don't have that many bad experiences. If we want to mention one, Bully Ray. I didn't meet him, but he was when I met Velvet Sky, who was one of my favourites at the time, and I love Velvet Sky. She is amazing. Another one, the wrestlers that did an intro for my channel that I cannot thank enough for doing it. But yeah, when I met her, brilliant. Probably one of the best moments ever. In fact, the photo is here. I'll probably put it on screen, but that's when I met Velvet Sky. Don't laugh. I probably don't look younger now, but I was a lot younger then. I don't age. That's what Cherry Coke and Dr Pepper does to you. But yeah, Bully Ray, I don't think he was too happy that I wanted a picture with Velvet Sky and not him. So yeah, he was a bit grumpy, but you know, he might have just been having a bad day. Back to British wrestlers. Great ones are Ruby Summers, who then became Ruby Radley. I don't know if she still wrestles anymore. She might do. But yeah, I was a massive fan of her. I remember her when she was many years ago, and I thought, yeah, she's absolutely brilliant. And you know, you follow them on Instagram, you watch their journey, and they're getting better and better. And I finally got to meet her after I'd seen her live a few times. I was so starstruck. I think she was a bit like a bit funny because she's like, it's only me, you know, I'm nothing big, but to me, absolute superstar. And I was like, starstruck, literally starstruck. She signed some autographs for me, massive thank you. And then I finally plucked up the courage to get a photo with her, because I'm telling you, I was starstruck. I was nearly speechless, which you wouldn't believe now, but back then I was just like, it's Ruby Radley, what the heck, you know. But yeah, she was an absolute star, so massive thank you to her. I'm just trying to think who else would be a bit of a downer on the video. Okay, Tennille Dashwood, Emma, at the first For the Love of Wrestling convention. Went up to her to get my title belt signed. She was just not interactive, didn't give anything really, signed name and that was it. And I was like, oh, this is worst experience ever. And I'd already paid to get a photo with her later, so I was like, oh, this is going to be awful. She was just not feeling the day. I don't know if she was having a bad day or what. But yeah, it was a horrible experience. But then got the photo with her, completely different girl. A couple of hours later, welcoming, lovely, chatty, wanted the title belt on her shoulder because she hadn't won it with WWE, so she thought it was funny to have a picture with it. Yeah, she went from like, oh god, not a nice experience, to the probably one of the best. She was so good. I don't know, maybe she hadn't had a coffee or something like that, who knows. You know, these people are only people, you know. Maybe they could have had somebody, I don't know, annoy them earlier on. You never know, do you? Anyway, let's move on. Indie shows. Okay, Charles Crowley and Clementine, who did an intro on the fly straight after a show. Superstars. Charles Crowley, one of the most entertaining wrestlers I have ever seen live in my life. Can't say enough good things about him. He's brilliant. And Clementine as well. Absolute doll. She's beautiful. She is outgoing. Yeah, love the girl. She's absolutely brilliant. I've got to meet her a couple of times actually. And yeah, can't do enough. In fact, I haven't got her autographed yet. Now, chances are, these guys are never going to watch this video, but if you are, I need your autograph, Clementine. Get me an 8x10 somehow, one way or another. Talking 8x10s, Kat Von Cage, first ever wrestler to do an intro for this channel. Another one who didn't bat an eyelid. She was absolutely brilliant. I loved her. Got to meet her, oh god, it's a long time ago, isn't it? I'd say at least 5, maybe longer. But yeah, she was so nice as well. So warm again. A lot of these guys are on that show as well. Actually, remember she was in a match with CandyFloss and Xia Brookside. Those two, got to meet them. 2 more, absolutely brilliant. In fact, CandyFloss, where is she? I thought I had a picture. Here it is. I'm looking, there it is. CandyFloss. I don't know if she wrestles anymore, but honest to God, I'm not just saying this. I don't know the girl, but she was brilliant. When I was watching her in the ring, I was like, you have got whatever it is, you have got it. She could entertain fans, she had the moves, she had the look, she had that personality with the pink and the lollipop and everything like that. And she didn't let down when I met her. She was another one who was just amazing. Now, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but from CandyFloss to AEW superstar Britt Baker, this year at For the Love of Wrestling convention, I met her, and she was another one. Absolutely brilliant experience, can't falter. Do go check out that vlog, by the way, if you haven't already. Let's move on. Who else? SoCal Val. This was an awkward one. I met her at an indie show, God, 10 years ago. 10 years plus, maybe. I feel like she wanted to be more interactive, but the guys that were with her in doing the show, like security or just helping out, they just wouldn't let her. They would just rush her on, like, signed, gone. That was it. And she was, I feel like she was probably robbed of a really good experience there because, yeah, it wasn't nice. In fact, I just mentioned Xia Brookside a minute ago. Another one. Top class girl, honestly. How she is not a star in top of the world at the moment. Unbelievable. She's so good. So good. Who else we met? Toni Storm, who's obviously now in AEW. Another one, absolutely amazing. I met her a couple of times, seen her loads before she went to WWE, so it's a while back. But yeah, she's another one that when you watched her wrestle, you just knew she had it. She had that something. When she came out, well, I think it was one show, it was probably only about 50 people, but she did her job. She was amazing. And so yeah, absolutely brilliant. Who else we got? In fact, let me have a think. I'll tell you another one I did meet, weirdly, Mr. Anderson. I've always been a fan, I've always liked him. He's like, we give him the mic and he's going to entertain you. So I was already fanboying up when I got to meet him. But yeah, he didn't let me down. I had the Mr. Anderson shirt on, the older Pro Wrestling is Real, People are the Fake Ones, or whatever it was. He loved that. He popped to see his t-shirt, I think, in the UK. He signed the autograph where he put something like, you have a nice head, which I think he writes things like this. But I didn't know, I didn't really read it until I'd walked away. And as he was writing, he kind of giggled at me, so to speak, and gave it back to me. And I walked away, oh, thank you, you're a legend, blah, blah, blah. And then when I sat down, I looked at the thing, I was like, you have a nice head. I'm like, that's random, isn't it? But yeah, that's Mr. Anderson doing his thing, I love it. At that show as well, I think Angelina Love was that one. Another one, absolutely brilliant. Like, I was always a Velvet Sky fan, so it was always Velvet and Angelina back in the day in Impact. But yeah, Angelina Love was there. I was like, oh, I've got to go and get an autograph or a photo. Did I get both? I can't remember. It's so long ago, some of these. It's like going down memory lane here. But yeah, she was lovely as well. So if she watches this, massive shout out. Oh, Natalie Wild. What was her gimmick? I can't remember her gimmick. She had another gimmick and I've completely forgot it. She had like the heel gimmick and then the face gimmick. Well, the show that I saw her at, she had the whole heel thing going off, so she didn't really talk much, very evil, you know, in your face like. And she kept it up, the whole little faction of them, they all kept it up in the whole meet and greet, which was kind of cool. But I brought a photo to get signed of her in the Natalie Wild gimmick. And she gave me like a little wink as if to say it's all cool, and signed it as Natalie Wild. And yeah, she was lovely. It was a different interaction because she was trying not to break character, but at the same time she did for a second for me. So yeah, she's lovely. There's probably so many more, but I'm doing this all off the top of my head. In fact, this video probably gone for a while. So I'm gonna say, for now, peace out, guys. I appreciate if you watched. Drop me a message below or a comment. Like the video. Let me know wrestlers you've met that were good experience, bad experience. I'd love to read it. I really would. And yeah, share the video, guys, because, you know, somebody might appreciate watching this. They might not, but they might. So yeah, until next time, guys, I might carry this on another video because there's been a few. In fact, just thought of one. AJ Styles, when I met him years and years ago, way before WWE. Yeah, I think he was in TNA at the time. He was not a very nice guy to me. AJ Styles. I think he was having a bad day as well. But yeah, till next time, guys, peace out.